Whoa.
What happened here?
This doesn't look anything like the inside of the old schoolhouse.
It's changed form many times in the past, but at this point it no longer even feels like we're inside a building.
The strange rumors about this place were around even when I was a student, but I never pictured anything like this.
When was the last time it changed?
A while ago. The last time anything this extreme happened was when the 7th floor opened up.
Still, that was underground, right? This is the first time it's happened above ground, I think.
Yeah, there's no sign of that door with the elevator inside either.
It's like all someone did was snap their fingers and the whole interior was changed in no time flat.
I tried, but even my clairvoyance isn't enough to tell us anything. Nothing feels particularly off to me either.
Well, if you two can't work anything out, the rest of us sure won't.
Well, we can't exactly just leave and pretend we didn't see anything.
Oh,
Gonna try and see if Valimar knows anything?
Yeah.
Heed my... Valimar, the Ashen...
Oh, Turbo just, oh, it's a scripted line. Okay. Hey, what's up, Daddy?
goodness.
You know how to do spatial translocation with him?
Valimar, do you understand anything about the situation we're in?
We witches only know half the secrets concerning the Divine Knights.
But you're one yourself. Maybe you know something?
My memories have yet to fully return. What I can confirm is that this place was created by the gnomes.
Gnomes? Weren't they also responsible for building the spirit shrines we visited?
Indeed. They're said to have worked with the Hexen clan's ancestors 1,200 years ago in order to accomplish something.
That is correct. Some of their finest technology is gathered in this place. The creation of a large-scale phase space, the expansion of flexible materials, as well as the development of the trial system.
Like the trial all of us overcame earlier this year?
And presumably the same ones Dreikel's the Lionheart and the Lance Maiden overcame before us.
It must be. Crow was supposed to have overcome one under Ordis, too. Tell us everything that you know, Valimar. Why did the gnomes make a place like this to begin with? Why seal away the Divine Knights and make us overcome trials to obtain them? And what's happening here right now?
I have lost the knowledge with which to answer your questions. However, the key to all is known as the Great One, the first to be born and the last to stand.
The Great One, huh?
The first to be born and the last to stand.
I feel as though I've heard those words before.
I'm sure it would mean something to Vita and the Elder, but I'm clueless.
Furthermore, the entity you fought during the Jetline trial you overcame is none other than the shadow of the Great One.
That huge thing? I feel like something's clicking into place in my head, but not really.
Still, if what happened here before was a trial for us to overcome, is what's happening now a trial as well?
Most likely so. However, this is not an official trial you were intended to complete. I suspect some disturbance triggered the activation of a different trial, resulting in the current turn of events.
Let me get this straight. This is all related to the truth behind what happened 1,200 years ago, right?
We've gotten ourselves wrapped up in something that's truly out of this world, haven't we?
Wait, you aren't all thinking of...
You're gonna try and get to the bottom of this, aren't you?
Yes. It might sound strange, but this almost feels like a continuation of the first night of the festival.
And by coincidence, this also happens to be our final free day.
I think we can all agree that we have a duty to see this through.
We'll be sure to do so by the end of the day.
I doubt it will compare to the trials we've faced in that infernal castle, but it should prove interesting nonetheless.
Like there was even a point in asking, Sarah.
I do believe we should be acting with a little more caution. Where do you be?
Well, if you all insist. But we're coming too.
You will? That would be a huge help.
It would certainly make our investigation easier if you were with us.
You guys rock. Yeah, you're all super strong! In that case, I would be more than willing to assist you as well. Sharon? How long have you...
Can you maybe stop doing the thing with the skulking around in the shadows and popping out at the last minute?
Oh, Lady Sarah, I did nothing of the sort. I only arrived mere moments ago. Why are all of you always like this? Right. Okay, this time, I'll be coming with you all to make sure you don't push yourselves too hard.
But...
This is our final free day too, you know. We want to make it one to remember as much as anyone else.
I'll stay here and back you guys up. If you need anything, just say the word.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Well, if everyone else is joining in on the fun, the two of us would like to assist you as well.
Your Highness, I'm not sure.
Please don't try and stop me, Captain. This academy was founded by one of my ancestors. And as a member of the Arner family, I hardly feel that I can turn a blind eye to what is happening here. And besides, I just so happened to receive this wonderful gift from my brother.
That looks like an orbital staff? Though it's a different size than the ones we use.
Hold on a minute. Isn't that the Epstein Foundation's latest model?
The Epstein Foundations?
Weren't their staves the original model for the ones we've been testing here?
My brother used his connections to get it for me, and it's been adjusted especially for me, so I have no problems using it. A member of the Arner family using a specially adjusted orbital staff should be quite formidable.
Yeah, I can see her being a real force to be reckoned with using it.
Naturally, if Her Highness is going, I will be accompanying her, and I'm afraid that nothing you say is going to change my mind.
But...
You're fighting a losing battle, Reem.
If you're so worried about her, why not take her along so you can keep an eye on her instead?
Alright, I get it. Class 7, and everyone else kind enough to aid us? Our mission is to investigate and resolve the strange situation. This is our, Class 7's, final trial. So let's give it everything we've got!
Right!
Alright, we can just pick whoever. Some people are like 115, I see. That's neat. Probably put you in... Claire, we haven't used her much. And, you. The inside of the old schoolhouse is now the Reverie Corridor. It has no fixed structure and changes completely every time you enter from... Oh my... What the fuck is this last part of the game? Okay. Layout of the dungeon is randomized, changing every time you leave and enter. Yeah, this game's weird. This game's weird. Apparently, I can report to TLoH to get stuff done. Let's see. We're short 3 fucking points.
Well done!
I looked earlier and there was 1 quest left. I did not check the value on it. I'm gonna fucking scream. Oh my god. No, I can't think about it until we were on this motherfucking... Until we're on this motherfucking screen. I will not say it.
Wow! Rank A0? You're amazing! Here's a bonus from the Academy.
Fuck this game. I have... In the end, this was the best I could do. Like I was trapped, the final quest gave me the exact amount to hit A0.
Well done!
Let's see what that does. Strength, defense, ATS, ADF plus 100 prevents ailments and stat down. Yeah, that's pretty perfect. It means I can remove the Grail Locket from you. Revives on KO with 50% once per battle, does not break. Holy shit. There we go. All my stats are up. I can't die once. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was actually worth it. Well, I'm in high spirits. That being said, what a nightmare this whole thing is. Let me look into... So this whole thing that I've been going through here, ever since we beat the game, has been leading to this dungeon. There seems to be this, like, repeatable thing that you can keep doing. Now, I'm gonna wait until, like, the very end of it, but my first impressions of this part... What is this? Chevalier's Mirror, Witch's Mirror, Black... Oh, these are the characters. Item that lets men borrow the power of a certain someone in battle. Huh. So it looks like you could just straight up summon characters from, you know, let you summon these characters. That's interesting. Let me look at this, because I still have the guide up. Yeah, okay. Alright, so there has been a lot of cuts in this episode. Reason simple, these quests were rough. A lot of these quests were kind of bad. Especially when we're at a point where I kind of want the game to, like, end. Because it ended, but it didn't end. You know what I mean? So I kind of just felt like cutting the fat wherever possible. Because I kind of just started, like, I don't care about side quests anymore. Even if they're, like, funny joke ones. Like, I'm not in that mode for it anymore. You know what I mean? We hit, like, a narrative peak, and then it just went, what if you went back and did the side quest bullshit you always do, and you do a dungeon that is apparently randomly generated? And I go, no? It's like they want you to forget that a cool story happened for the last part of the game. It seems so weird to have this in here. You could have made it like, remember, unlockable, first, clearly filler content in the main menu after you clear, instead of this is how your game ends. Seems crazy to me. But we're gonna do it now. After I'm doing this after editing. Here's our squad. I sold all my Sepith and then made 600,000 Mira and just bought 3 mirrors. So we've got Risha, or whatever her fucking name is. We got Vita and we got Crow in our team now. We vibe now. I know nothing about them except that they are apparently good, and their XP funnels to the actual characters that are wearing the mirrors. So this should be interesting. Show me something cool, please. This is the part that I think is neat, that you just get other characters. and they're just in your party replacing.
Handsome and strong. I'm the total package.
God damn it. This part makes it kind of worth it. It depends on like how this dungeon is that my opinion will like go up or down, you know what I mean? All I know is that it apparently has like a decent amount of rooms to clear through it, and it resets each time.
The advantage is ours. Prepare yourself.
I just saw him gain I need to look up what's happening. He just gained Crow gained way too much fucking CP just now. Let me look at the details on these mirror characters again. Only available in battle. I'm on the fucking wiki, which is dangerous. I need to get off this wiki. They have the Ice Crown accessory. Regenerates their CP by 10 and raises their crit status by 50%. Oh my fucking god. And I have the fucking A0 rank accessories on Reen. We're coming in here ready to just rip everything to pieces.
Here I go. Ha! All right. Sit. Handsome and strong. I'm the total package. Please, hold your...
I guess this is my ultimate reward for being real thorough with playing the game.
The goods.
Because throughout my time with this game, I've done all but one, I think one quest in the entire game. What quest would that be? That one. I'm pretty certain I've done every single quest in the entire game that is available. Like, I'm pretty sure these are all of them. I recruited every single student. The only things that I've fucked up on are specific plot battles where I didn't deal enough damage to get, like, a good thing. Stuff like that. And missing that fish quest. So my thoroughness has rewarded me with a shit ton of good characters and setups and equipment. But we'll see how far it gets us. This is supposed to be some dungeon you go at it a bunch of times. See, my worry here.
I will overcome any
I wanted to hear her say that, but that's too bad. I have a fear here that feels like a natural fear to have, right? And it's simple. If this is a dungeon that they want you to repeat, or give you the ability to repeat, and they give you all the characters in the game, and the ability to basically put on a piece of equipment that turns 5 characters, gives you 5 characters that aren't real party members. You know what I mean? My concern is that it's kind of like when you... How am I not able to put into the words the simple fact of...
Just beginning.
My concern's just like, you go into this and you can't win on your first go. I don't know how it was that hard for me to put into words. I'm afraid they'll expect you to fucking grind a lot. Because they said the enemies here are strong. And that was my concern. And I'm like, this is the end of the game. It's like, why is it like this? It's very weird. But if it goes fine, it's fine. My concern was that it would end up being something similar to Dead Rising, where you play Dead Rising 1 and you kind of just suck shit and you do everything wrong, you die and your health is bad, but you keep carrying it over, and the idea is you just kind of do runs of that over and over again.
This brief, shall we? Prepare yourself.
And then eventually you get better HP, you can do better in your time management, and it gets a bit easier to deal with. Oh my god, the regen on CP is so broken. It is absurd, actually. Like, wow. Honestly, let me go... I have him on Machias. Who has... Does anyone have one of the... You have it. You have True Gladiator's headband. You should probably keep that. Actually, no. No, I'll give it to someone else here. Prevents delay and stat down. You can have this. Let me get you that CP recovery rate. I just want you busting out stuff like it ain't no thing. But yeah, the main concern is like you get better in Dead Rising over like a series of runs.
I will overcome any obstacle.
And then you kind of know where to go at the start. It makes it a lot easier to deal with. I'm worried this is the RPG equivalent of that, where I just have to do this shit 8 million times. But until the game gives me a reason to truly believe that, I'm just gonna say no, that's not what they're doing. And in fact, I'll be able to get through this without too much trouble if I just play the game correctly. And if so, I won't really have much of a problem with it. If it's a fucking meat grinder the whole way through, I'm gonna say it's kind of shit because I want the game to end. You see, I hate this. I hate this feeling, you know, because I wanted to go with this realm of positivity. Let me talk about my final thoughts on the main game.
I'm bushed. Let's take a break here.
I don't want to talk about, like, this part. So as we do the next section, which I think this is a fight here, I'll talk about the main game. The Cryptid. Let's show them what we can do. One, two, three. Yeah, we got 4 classmates. Let's do it.
I will overcome any obstacle.
Alright.
Here I go.
Let's see here. Honestly, Overdrive.
Here goes. Overdrive.
And we'll wait until we're in the dungeon before we do like a final thought thing. I need to focus on this entirely. Don't want to make too many mistakes, you know what I mean?
Now's our chance. You're done. Leave it to me. Cat. Got you. Got you. Let's move.
And let's go for the burst.
Now.
Hop.
Let's go, everyone.
Right.
Yeah, go for it.
Now. Be gone.
Nice.
Oh, is it my turn?
About to say, does this change your setup? Do you just have a bunch of stuff? Yep. Oh yeah, I put you over Emma, I guess.
Beautiful,
Go ahead.
isn't it?
Let's move.
Yeah, I think you might be boned, sir.
Now's our chance. You're done.
Allow me. Shatter. An opening. Be gone.
Body crush.
My turn.
And this should finish. Alright, you weren't too bad.
See? I don't slack off
We
all
generate
the time.
super attacks so often that it's not actually a problem. Yeah, there sure is something weird. Yeah, we just gotta keep going. Yeah, this whole thing's super strange. Yeah, but my final thoughts on the main game, like, from a story perspective, I think it was paced pretty solidly. Ooh, you get shards on each of these too. Neat. Like, I think a lot of the stuff was paced really solidly. Wait a minute. Who has the witch on? You do. Ah, I see. So they come in with their own. They straight up come in with their own stuff.
Let's go, go, go.
Because they weren't supposed to. Or maybe they just put the equipment on these two when I went into the fight. Because I'm like, why the hell would Vita have the exact same 2 lost arts that I put on Emma? You know? That seems weird. But maybe they did that, and maybe I just lucked out with the equipment, or maybe that's exactly what she had. And it's like, good job, KZ. You picked what the NPC would use. Oops. But we'll see. But I thought the main game was paced, like, really well. It starts off in a nice place, picking up right where you left off in the last one. It feels like the vibe you get. The battle theme is better than the first games. I like it a lot. You start getting introduced to the characters. Stuff happening constantly.
Let the battle begin.
Which I was really happy about. Because they spent the first game setting it up, and I didn't want it to be like Trails in the Sky second game, where there is decent chunks of that game where stuff isn't really happening as much. It's not to say that the whole game's filler or anything. I feel like I can be hyperbolic about that a lot, but you know, it goes for an approach of each chapter's purpose was to set up a villain that you would fight in the last chapter. The problem is I feel like at least half of them were kind of weak in terms of like being interesting at all to me. Yeah, so it didn't super work for me. That, and it felt like it was meandering a little bit. And I felt like it should keep escalating, and it felt like it was kind of dipping down a bit. This, it doesn't really feel like that. Because you're in this situation of the entire school was, like, taken over. And it's all about, like, getting your classmates back. I feel like even in Act 2, when it's you going and dealing with that, or even the reunion with your classmates, all of it kind of just feels a bit more natural and more like you're going on a journey the whole time. So I jived with both Act 1 and Act 2 in that way. And there is a level of supreme satisfaction that comes from collecting all the students and seeing all the facilities get built up, and I don't know, I just felt like a level of agency and other things. Oh, we're dead. A level of agency and other cool stuff just from playing the game normally. There we go. We're good to go now. We're charged. It doesn't say it's charged, but it is. We're good. We're plugged in. But I feel like it handled pacing everything out and escalating the plot very, very well. In a way that I was actually kind of impressed, where each time I sat down to play this game, I had a reason to be excited, and I came out of it happy about it. And I connected with the characters. I think the performances and stuff were good. And that last stretch is so fucking great at the end. And they just keep hitting you with, like, this was what the Grand Master Plan is. Between the Iron Bloods and stuff, and I thought that stuff was incredible. So I came out of this, like, super high on that. Do I have problems? Yeah, it's the usual stuff. I have issues with the combat system in some ways. For the most part, I act mean about it. I'll be like hyperbolic and shit and say stuff like my least favorite turn-based combat system. That isn't really true. I think it's fun and serviceable. It just has certain systems and some things that it does specifically that I just dislike tremendously. That bring down the experience for me. Whether it's the boss's constant heal mechanics, the overabundance of aggressive, insane status effects. I could take or leave the delay impede system, but there is some satisfaction to be gained from impeding it on a casting enemy and stuff like that. But like I said before, I feel like, you know, if I could trade in the S-brake system, not the S-craft system, but the brake system of popping it, to not have any enemy in this game have the ability to heal 50,000 HP and get a buff, I would do that. And I feel like the game would be better for it. As fun as the spontaneous nature of just hitting a button and immediately getting a big healing S-craft out or a damaging one is, I don't think it's worth it for enemies that are designed to waste your time in like a war of attrition because they keep getting health back. But the main systems I think are solid. The bravery system having the 5-point thing for burst I think has been good, but the overdrive system I think is great. It's a really good way to go. Someone's at the bottom, I will link with them. Like the moment when I realized I needed a zero arts moment where I wanted a character to use a spell for free, and realized if I link with them and activate overdrive, it would place them on that spot on the turn order. That turn order stuff that's been in since the first game is still great. But most of my problems come with some bosses and some things the combat system does is designed to annoy you instead of designing to be an engaging, fun video game. And this part, I don't know, just feels out of place. I feel like the story should end when the story is over, and all this extra stuff kind of detracts from the fact that you had such an incredible, cool fucking climax, and you stopped it for these two things. The crossbell thing I think is fine. It's like an hour long, if that. This part, aggressively, like, I'm kind of like dumbfounded that this exists. The gameplay side of this part here is sick. Cause like, look at my party, but like, everything else is like, what are you doing, you know? You're at the finish line. This is like you hit the finish line, they're like, no, we've decided the finish line's over there. And then they squat in and just start shitting. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Come on, we did it. We're here. Come on.
Here I go.
All right. But those are the words from me. Here's the plan. We do that.
You're done.
We're gonna pop this hit right here.
Let's move.
Then I think we're gonna. I have a dirty idea. You ready for it? Pop, pop, pop. Now you're like, KZ, what makes this dirtier than the thing you usually do? Which, a reasonable question. Overdrive.
Overdrive.
Because it means that Crow gains a bunch of shit back. It's super ridiculous. This game's ridiculous that you can do this.
All right. Hit. Gotcha. Got you. Let's move.
My turn.
And it still continues in here.
Now's our chance. Let's go, everyone. Gotcha.
All right, we're done.
Great.
My main concern here is I don't know how long this shit's gonna take. I don't know how long this thing's gonna be. But yeah, overall, I'd say my opinion on this game is high. It might be one of my favorites in the series. It would be this or Trails the Third. I feel like Trails the Third might be more consistent, but it has a bit of a weirder format to how it plays. More in the fact that it has the system where it's a linear story, but there's a shit ton of optional doors you can do for plot stuff. Okay, so we can just straight up use Valimar. It didn't occur to me that I could totally just pop him.
Let's press onward.
I completely lost my train of thought, in case you're wondering why there's been silence for a few seconds here. Just completely lost it. Oh, yeah. I was like, Trails the Third has a bit of a different format than the other games, because you can, like, go into those doors, and they contain these episodic stories that fill in gaps of the story for different characters and their perspectives. So it's a bit weirder to suss that one out. But I think the writing in that one's probably it deals with the most interesting subject matter. And by that I mean some of the darker subject matter, and that is pretty impressively handled. I think anyone who watched that Let's Play or just played that game themselves can attest to certain doors like that, like, or just the main character's past in that, and just be like, yeah, this is something pretty special.
Oh, is it my turn?
But I definitely say there's some low parts. Also, the fact that I think some of the doors in that kind of suck ass. But so, though I do think it's funny that it was like, there's a door in there that establishes Lecter's character, which is a good and important thing, right? And I find like a shit ton of value in like knowing who he is, because he's like the intelligence division guy, the red-haired one. And it's like he worked directly under the Iron Bloods, and that reveal in a later door is sick. I just remember at the time, I'm like, nothing will justify the fact that I went through this boring school arc with this door. I don't care. And then they're like, he's the assistant of the most imposing bad guy you've ever seen. And I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Well, that's quite a fine treasure chest.
This fucking game, man. But yeah, I feel like this might be a little bit more consistent in stuff I like, for me. This game in particular, but yeah, aside from that, I hold this game in pretty high regard when it comes to the games in this series, which is really funny because before I got into this, I saw a couple of people told me, watch out, these games are the worst ones, and I'm like, starting to think that the people I talk to are cops.
Right.
They might be capping a little bit. Because if I'm being honest, I don't see that much of a quality increase or drop off. Aside from the gameplay gets better, and some things are paced in a less clumsy way than, say, the Sky games. But I haven't played the games in between both, so you could probably see improvements even there, of course, because people speak highly of those. Though that's also the thing where that's also a trap, right? Whenever you see someone talk about it's like, these games are really good and they're the untranslated ones that you haven't played.
Was that? I'm so.
It's a trap. There's a chance that it's a ruse. They may not intend for it, but it's that thing of. Okay, a long time ago, my friends, I was excited for multiple years to play a video game. It was called Final Fantasy Type 0. Now, this was made for the PSP. It was part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis, which was a Square thing where they put 13 in front of a bunch of things. Type 0 used to, I believe, be called Agito 13. And then they that's not the important part. They cut that aspect out. For the most part, at least in the name branding, right? But that never came out over here. We were waiting. We're like, people are like, it's cool. It's a real dark Final Fantasy. It's really smart. It's really good. Might be it's the best one they've made in the past like 10 years. It's got blood in it. It would be the first M-rated Final Fantasy game. It's the one that's too good for America. And then they announced it was coming out in HD. And like any normal person, when I hear glowing praise like that, I'm like, this is the best. Like, people who import it say it's amazing. And then I play it. That game is like a 6. I'm saying what happens is whenever it's a game that doesn't come over here and people import it, one of two things happen. Either people say something sucks, or they gas that shit up really high. And you're like, I can't trust this. I can't trust this. They're probably wrong. Because it just happens so often. It's like the one people played, less people played is the best one. I don't trust it. There's just a general thing. People in my friend circles call it the Sonic CD effect. I can't vouch for that because I don't care about 2D Sonic enough to play Sonic CD to have a take. But I can speak toward Final Fantasy Type 0 in that effect. Now, I'm not saying these cross-bell games that didn't make it over here are bad or disappointing. In fact, I'm willing to bet that people are mostly right that they are some nice high points and pretty strong. However, I've seen an alarming amount of people saying, yeah, they're great, and then Cold Steel fucked it up, and I'm like, oh man, there's a chance I play those and go, these are alright, and they'll probably be in the middle of these games, and people are gassing it up again, and I always worry about that when it comes to series. Though the times when people say before a game is out that it's bad are the most interesting ones to me. Because I know some people that said Cold Steel 3 was bad, so I'm looking forward to playing that, to seeing if they were right or not. Because the last time I've encountered that was Danganronpa V3, in which I saw numerous people who imported it saying that it was genuinely one of the worst, easily the worst one of those games, and might be one of the worst games of that type, and that its story is gutter trash. And then I played Danganronpa V3, and that shit's a 10. What the fuck were they on?
This one's nasty. Watch
like,
out.
I think they were straight up deranged. I don't know how they even got to that take. Okay, we're gonna... no, we're not gonna overdrive yet. We absolutely are not. We need to get them linked. And the way to do that will be Grail Burst to get everyone in the front. Alright, we have a couple of actions we can do. Lead with one of those. There! Now we're in business. Arya the Abyss on being a crit craft.
Leave it to me.
And I think we're in business. Overdrive! Do that.
Let's move. Now you're done.
I think I'm gonna build Crow up this 200.
There. Got you. Too easy.
Oh, nice.
Got you. Here I go. Ha! All right. Sit.
All right, Max Deadly Cross.
Right.
Shatter.
Yeah, fuck it, go all in on him. Yeah, we kind of just playing brain dead, but whatever, it seems to be working. Blood-curdling roar. He roared so loud his health came back. We call that bad game design where I come from. Look at this. This might be one of the worst designed enemies in the entire game. He let out a roar that gave him more turns, so he just healed twice in a row. Fucking the people that make this game sometimes are genuine fucking idiots. It's like, holy shit, dude.
Got you.
Prepare yourself.
gone.
My turn.
Here goes.
Overdrive again.
Overdrive. Sit. Now. Let's. All right. Sit. Gotcha. Got you. Here I go.
There we go. Give us the good stuff with you.
Now's our chance. You're done. Shoulder the cross of your demise.
Alright, he's getting another turn coming up. It's just fire breath. No big deal.
Now, be gone.
My turn. There. Ha! Now's our chance. You're done.
It's just a regular attack. It's fine.
There. Now, be gone.
Brings us up to 5.
I'm not done yet.
Another hit. It's a miss.
Sorry.
God, this game fucking sucks. I'm like, let's do a hit. She's gonna heal next turn. And it's like, bad luck. I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe any miss is actual legitimate luck. Every time I'm like convinced there's a coder in the back ensuring that I can never be happy in life. Yes, the game broke me somewhere along the way. Let's not focus about that. We've won.
See? I don't slack off all the time.
Great.
You know, except when you died. I'm sorry, that was really cruel. Whatever, it wasn't fair. The fucking boss cheated. Is like, I don't know, I'll use my tail. Yeah, who set this trial and why? I hope I know why this trial exists by the end of it, because good God, it really is a mystery, and I need the mystery to be justified, please.
The only way is forward.
That's true. The only way I'm gonna figure this out and get through it is by going forward. It is funny how these are completely randomized to the point where exits can be straight up next to each other. Like that. That's pretty funny.
Now's our chance. Let's
Allow me. No, that wasn't so
Just
bad.
think about how fucking broken I am, though, in a lot of areas. But I can still get opened up because I almost died on that last attempt there. Well, not really, because I got the heal on 3 other people, but you know what I mean. Just think about how they fucking how I'm set up here. We got the people with the mirrors,
I'll take lead.
and they got a good amount of stuff going on.
Blades, dance for me. You're wide open.
Ooh.
My chance, right?
But let's see. We got the mirrors, so we have really powerful characters on top of our normal characters. So that on its own is like super dope. I have the rank A0 equipment on Reen. So he's immune to status effects. He has auto life once per battle, just in general. And he also has a master quartz that ensures that I get triple advantage 90% of the time for every fight. It's just, it feels dirty. So I guess it's cool that I was able to have an epiphany about how strong I am. I don't know if I'm like 100% on engaging with the game now. Like I'm not in a moment where it's like I wanted to go and do this dungeon, but I do appreciate that there's some fun, haha, I'm so strong aspect. Though I am concerned that this might be a 100-floor dungeon. Oh my god, don't say that when I'm already saying it.
My luck against that guy unprepared.
But yeah, I do have this like concern that this is like 100 floors long, and it's like Final Fantasy X-2's Via Infinito or Infinito, which was just straight which is exactly what I threw out there. It is a dungeon that is 100 floors long, with a boss every 20 floors. But I'm thinking it might be on the shorter side. If only because there seems to be bosses like every 4. So I'm hoping it's like 20. Alright, we are decked out. Next boss. Coming at him. It seems like these are all the super cryptids from the main game. At least that's what it seems like. Alright, we got 0 arts on Richia. So that's gonna be decent. Motivate.
Prepare yourself.
You can do whatever you want for one of these. Artemis Tears. This is actually super dope.
Oh, is it my turn?
Alright, so we are now overhealed. Oh yeah, we can totally just summon Grianos. Sure. There, random status effect. That feels pretty good. What arts do you have? Oh, you have quite a few different. You have Chrono Burst. Oh my god.
Activating Arcus.
You're confused. You won't do anything this turn.
My turn.
Here.
Busted. Now he has 2 fucking actions in a row.
Here goes. Overdrive.
Yeah, we got some dirty techniques in here, huh?
Cat. Gotcha. All right, let's go wild. My turn. Ha. Now you're done. All right. Sit. There. Got you.
I'll take this. And we'll wait. Don't want to...
Some of this.
Gonna wait on our burst just a smidge here. Okay. Physical attack with her, then do 2 true Paraceline dance and fucking Vita's move. That did 136,000. Oh my god. I think he might just straight up be weak to those types, or because that was absurd.
So bad now?
Great.
That was so much easier than the other one.
Done.
Good job, Fate. You did a lot, Fate. To be honest, you did so much. Oh, is this it? Okay, so I guess this lift is going to take us to the final block, final area. So I think it actually is going to go to 20. Okay, cool. How many shards am I packing? Actually, having ultimate weapons doesn't really matter. It switches it out with different characters. Let's go down a floor real quick. Let's build CP off some random enemies. I feel like it's only right that I come into the next big fight with as much shit as possible, because I am totally afraid the next room is gonna be the fight. I'm like, whatever, they won't. They'll just end the floors on an odd number or some shit.
Right. Here I go. Now. You're done.
I'll take that.
I'm determined.
Right. Now, be gone.
Let's move. Sick.
The regen is happening after each person's action, I realize. Oh my god, this is broken as hell.
We have to retreat. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, 175 on me is fine. I don't need to come in with 200, but I wanted them to be pretty full. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, this is actually it.
White darkness.
It's really pretty, but also kind of scary.
Ooh. When she said white darkness, I went, they already said this was like when we fought the Shadow. What if it's the same boss, but it's white?
Whatever it is, it's about as abnormal as everything else in here.
I can sense an incredible amount of spiritual force from nearby, but it also feels somehow hollow.
I think it's safe to conclude this is the last floor. On the other side of that darkness, the source behind what's happening here should be waiting for us.
This is the kind of door where you'd find something nuts on the other side.
Time to come face to face with whatever's causing all this, huh?
Let's let the others know we're here. No matter which of us end up facing the trial itself, the rest of us deserve to see things come to an end.
Okay. I guess we're as ready as we're ever gonna be. Let's do this. This is the same place that we fought the final in quotes boss of the first game. Yeah, this game did the same thing. I think about it.
Where could we possibly be now?
It just occurred to me, it's like the final boss of the first game was the dude here in the graveyard, right? The giant dark version of the great one, I think they said it was, or the legendary one or something. And then the game just kept going. But then it led to like a cool story moment. So this game can save itself if a bunch of cool story stuff happens, because there hasn't been any yet.
Are we back at the highest floor of the Infernal Castle?
No, it's not that.
It seems to be a mixture of several places.
And so thou hast.
Huh?
It's...
A white shadow?
It kind of looks like a divine knight.
Who are you? And what are you trying to achieve? Everything should already be over here.
I stand before thee as a shadow, a silhouette of the Great One, charged with the governance of the Shadow Tribe.
The Shadow Trial?
Then that black shadow we fought before.
Noah Erebonius is the true test and measure of a potential awakener. But as the Shadow Tribe, I was sealed away within the darkness, never to see the dawning of the light. I am Noah Luciferian.
I called it! Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna die. He's the white and black, light and darkness. For people who didn't watch that Let's Play, this was the final boss, only it was darkness.
It's gigantic. It's so pretty.
Not gonna lie, this one looks more like...
This is the Shadow Trial?
This one has a cooler aesthetic, I guess.
Was more beneath
Because I like the
surface
white-red
than
look.
Class 7 experienced.
So if you were supposed to be sealed away, what are you doing causing trouble now?
You were obviously trying to lead Class 7 here.
And yet you chose not to reject the rest of us either.
I assume there is some reason behind all of this.
Indeed, the awakening of the medium and the infernal castle's ruination have led us to this juncture. The undulations of the spirit veins pierced even the depths of this sector. So it was that the proper trial was suppressed, and in that void, that which was to be forever hidden from the eyes of man came forth. I am but a hollow trial. Thy victory would merit no reward, thy triumph no recompense.
A hollow trial?
That sounds like a good way to put it. Utterly pointless.
Hollow? I hear it, but what's it matter? It's anything but that for us. We must and will defeat you. We aren't here seeking some sort of reward. We aren't here to find some hidden purpose. Overcoming this trial will be a fitting end to our time together as Class 7. And that's all the reason we need to earn our victory here.
Thou art possessed of fine spirit. Then let us commence the Shadow Trial. Now, reveal unto me, children of man, how thou shalt fight, and how thou shalt overcome.
Rise!
Watch out, this is a tough one.
Man, the whole lead up in this room has been great, so I'm turning around a little bit on this. Not a lot, a little bit. Oh god. Unknown HP. Oh wait, no. It's fine. It's fine. Let's
Let's move.
let's do one of these numbers.
Allow me.
Breaking you won't be too easy, I think. No.
Now.
We got this.
My turn.
Fuck it. Deadly Cross. Eins of this. Alright. Black and white. Alright, here we go. Holy fuck.
Be gone. You fiend.
I won't give up.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Just like, dude. Wow.
This is a disaster.
Yeah, it is.
This is a disaster.
Yeah, it still is.
Right.
Oh god, we have no way to get them all up. Oh wait, Reen can live. He can survive one death per fight.
Thank you.
Oh cool, you're calling allies. That's fine. Do
Thanks
this.
very much. Allow me.
Arya the Abyss, nuke them.
Prepare yourself.
I'm really gonna have to blow all of it.
Here I go.
Alright, there goes your allies.
Here goes.
Guess we'll overdrive. This isn't going super terribly.
Yeah.
Could be worse. We'll see how this does.
Let me charge you up. Thanks.
Yeah, that was pretty
Leave it
good.
to me.
Not gonna do that every time. I'll have a lot of juice.
Here. Here I go. Ha! Now you're done.
Okay.
You fiend!
Yeah,
My turn.
get mad. Get so mad it drives you mad.
Sit. Gotcha. Got you.
All right, we're about halfway through. Oh god, is this that same move again? God damn. Okay, so it's a move that does not kill. It's a move that just reduces your HP to that value. Well, that's good to hear, I guess. Okay, gimme.
This is bad.
This is nothing.
Activate.
Let's move.
Man, I don't need her dying. Yeah, get over her to her and just use an EX.
No, you don't.
Bash our gold.
You're wide
Thank
open.
you.
This is my chance.
I'll take lead.
All right, for you. Oh, you're straight up out of stuff. We'll use this turn to give you back your stuff then.
All right.
All right, for this turn, we'll do physical attack.
Gotcha.
Hit him with it. Deadly cross for the crit.
Prepare yourself.
That's another 90k. This dude's health is insane. Oh man, this is one chunky boy. Yeah, let's do that super heal again.
Here I go.
Oh, he's getting ready to cause problems, I see. Oh, if that's the case, I have an idea. If you're gonna do a big super attack, I can just bring my boy in.
Burn to ash.
Go ahead. I have enough to do my best move now. Thanks for the help. Unfortunately, it resets casts on people, which isn't great, but, you know, had to happen. Queue up Lost Eden. Dolls Eve. That's new. Have not seen that one. The shockwaves look like the shockwaves from Donkey Kong 64. Big fan.
Will this work?
Fuck it, go all in. I think we can get him. All right, that's it. Is there a second form? Oh god, I didn't consider that actually. Oh my god. Wait, no, he's dying. It's fine. He's like, oh!
We did it.
Indeed. We earned our victory.
I feel like some people's like, no, you didn't. You just fucking beat the hell out of him. He had
So
no
that's
hope.
it, I guess. Class 7's over.
Here, at least.
It's been a year I doubt I'll ever forget.
Yeah, it really has.
I had so much fun! Huh? Why am I...
Milliam, are you?
What's wrong with me? I only came here because Gramps ordered me to, so why am I...
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you at all.
Regardless of why you came to be here, you're as much a member of Class 7 as anyone else.
Oh, there's no shame in crying when you feel sad.
Yeah, that goes for us too.
Come on, guys. Knock it off.
They're not the only ones who want to.
What a way for everything to end. There's no point in pretending you don't want to cry, too.
Yeah, you're right.
They all care about each other so much.
Well, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, but even still.
I swear, why do I have to feel like...
They've probably been bottling this up for quite some time.
I'm sure they have. And yet they've never let it show. They just kept looking forward.
To the very end, each of them walked the path they chose for themselves.
They're a real good group of kids.
He was like, huh, I did like 8 S-crafts in that fight.
Well, I guess this is goodbye for now.
Take care of yourself, okay?
I promise to write to you when I can.
Thanks. I wish all of you the best too. Although, to be honest, I get the feeling we'll meet again before long.
So do I.
Besides, the Empire is smaller to us than it is to most people.
Yeah, if I use Lammy, I can be anywhere in no time.
This isn't goodbye as much as it is see you again soon.
In the meantime, we all have our share of duties to fulfill.
Yep. But as soon as they're done, well, you know.
Of course. Here's hoping our time apart treats every single one of us well.
And just look at those Lino flowers bloom.
This is truly a season of new beginnings.
I suppose I might miss this scenery.
Okay, what's up with you guys?
Instructor?
For all that you've done for us this past year, thank you
you
very much.
We wouldn't be here ready to start a new stage in our lives were it not for you.
Your teaching methods may have seemed unorthodox or even unreasonable at times, but it's hard to argue with the results.
We thought it was only right to take the time and thank you before we said goodbye.
So, we decided to surprise you.
Still, given the opportunity, I would be happy to learn more from you someday.
You kids are just... Oh, now look what you've done. I was planning on being all cool and mature until the very end. And I was doing so well, too.
You lost sight of both cool and mature a long time ago.
Looks like our surprise was an A+ success.
I think we might have gone a little overboard, actually.
Maybe all this was a little too cruel, Emma.
It certainly seems that way. But I thought it would have been derelict of me as class president if we didn't do anything.
Oh, so this was your idea, was it?
And it begins.
What a wonderful way to bring everything to a close.
And so they all walked into that room, but not me. I had other important things to do. Well, there we go. It's all done. I guess since there is not actually a song with like lyrics in it, I can actually talk over the save. I talked over the last one because I was stunned. This was good, but as I said before, this last epilogue, the epilogue part, not the other thing, the crossbell thing. This epilogue specifically, it was kind of bad. It was kind of like not needed at all, and kind of like took the wind out of the sails here. I feel like these cutscenes you could place at the end of that game, where you like write some extra ending stuff here, like after you beat the final boss, and then you cut to this part where it's like time went by, and then it led to, you know, this is it, and then they leave, and we kind of just go from there. Are you telling me the fucking crow's voiced by a dude named Charger? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Huh. Charge it? What the fuck you mean? What kind of voice is that? What else have you done? They're listed only for cult. Oh, whatever. It's probably a fake name then. It's probably some other voice actor I don't know that literally signed up. It's one of those things where you're like in a union or something, I think it is. And if a thing is non-union, you're like, all right, I'll go credit as a different name because I want the work. That's fucking funny. That's hilarious. Overall, I think this game was good. I just think the epilogue is really unnecessary, and the fact that that's what you do to get credits is a bit weird. I feel like it could be a lot better executed if you just straight up said, you've now unlocked the bonus, like, epilogue thing from the main menu, and then you click that. It feels more of the intention because they give you, like, this roguelike, like, it's like this randomized dungeon, and you get everyone, and then you can get, like, bonus people. That feels like that makes sense. The fact that they bring you back into the swing of things at the end, I feel like I know why they did it, because it's like, you spend this entire game trying to reclaim Thor's, trying to reclaim the school. So, like, a part where you just do it. Like, you do it, you've achieved it. Your reward is things do go back to normal. But you guys know I did not like when things were normal in Cold Steel 1, but in this case, I probably would have been fine with it later in the game, but at the very end, like, this was just awkward. And I feel like they could have handled that differently, and I would have liked it more. But I think it's just because of how cool the last chunk of the game is, where it's like all these developments, all these plans, and at the very end it just goes, and he's like, I was your dad, I dumped you over there. And then it just cuts, and it's like, Trails of Cold Steel 2. And it fucking plays out your little ending thing. And you're like, this is fucking insane. Okay, there's going to be like some there's going to be another scene and then credits. And it's like, no, you're playing as the Crossbell guys, play for an hour of this. And it feels so, like, weird. I've never experienced something like this before. I've experienced things like one of the Uncharted games ends with, like, you finish it, but then it cuts to an epilogue thing, right? But the way they did this one just feels so sloppy and weird. I don't get it. It's very strange. But yeah, the epilogue was really unnecessary. From a gameplay perspective, it seemed kind of okay, but also not super engaging in its combat. Because I was so broken by the end, I had like A0. I had like the A0 ranked thing going on. So I had really good equipment, I had those mirrors, I had like everything there. I went through this game, pretty much did everything it had to offer with the exception of shit like fishing. So I'm happy to do that. I do like that all these photos like flash forward like all the things that all the characters are doing after the game. Which I think is funny. I'm trying to say Rian just like walks up and fucking says, "What's up, Patrick? This is my robot. You know what you have? Nothing. You don't even have a dick. You have no dick, one ball." But yeah, I think this game was solid. I think the story that they, that they threw out here was actually great. I enjoyed my time. With it. That said, some parts are just weird. Like this Let's Play should have ended 3 episodes ago or some shit. So that was kind of strange. But I'm glad to have gone through it. Of course. Because I've enjoyed all of these. I can now save clear data. Memories mode. Rewatch movies and bonding events. Well, that's a wrap, everybody. We've finished the game, but we're not done. I'll be kicking up a new game plus file, and since I'm so far ahead in terms of content, you won't have to wait long. The next episode coming out tomorrow will be me showing all the unique new game plus content. This will include an additional boss, as well as the Black Records stuff that people told me about, which I know nothing about except that I have to collect them. So I'll do that, carry some stuff over, and I'll see you guys next time.